everybody, welcome to the show. Today I'm going to talk about ETIAS. What that stands for the European Travel Information and Authorization System. This is a new travel program that the European Union is going to be putting out. It was supposed to come out this year, but due to the Olympics and some other issues, it got pushed back. The implementation of this program will kick off sometime around the summer of 2025. So if you're making plans on going to Europe, you need to hear this information. A lot of things are going to be changing from when this video has come out to when it gets implemented, because they're still working on it. There was some issues that came up and they're trying to address those issues. So in this video, I am going to talk about what this program is and why I have an issue with it. Okay, the ETIAS was developed because of the issues of terrorism, illegal migration happening in Europe. So basically what you're going to do is, when this system is up and running, you have at least 96 hours to apply for authorization to enter Europe. I recommend 3 to 4 months prior to your trip to apply for this, because there's going to be some issues. So do that. And when you get your authorization, all right, that authorization is going to be good for 3 years, or the life of the passport. So if your passport expires within a year and a half, you're going to have to apply for another one again. The fee for this is going to be about €7, which is come up like $7.50, $8.50 US, whatever the conversion rate is. So this will give you authorization to travel within the Schengen area. Now, is that all of Europe? No, there are some countries that are not part of this Schengen area. You're going to have to do some research on what is the Schengen area. Within this link, you'll know they'll have it broken down for you, what is the Schengen area, what is not. To play it on the safe side, just so you know, it's most of the countries that is well known in Europe that is the Schengen area, okay, to include Greece, I believe. So when this thing get launched, apply for it as soon as possible when you book your trip to Europe, because like I said, there's going to be some major problems. And speaking of problems, I'm going to tell you why I have an issue with this program. Before I get into the problem, I want to talk about the definition of a visa. A visa is basically the country you're going to is endorsing you to be in that country, meaning they're authorizing you to be there. Travel visa, student visa, work visa, whatever. They're saying, yeah, it's okay for you to be there. Basically, the issue that I have is this ETIAS system. It's pretty much a visa, but they're saying it's not a visa. But if you're giving me authorization to be in your country via this system that you're setting up, and you're saying this is good for 3 years for US citizens, basically that's a visa. So you're basically saying this isn't a visa, but it's a visa, which doesn't make any sense. Furthermore, what makes it even more confusing is that as a US passport holder, we are visa exempt from entering Europe, meaning we can enter Europe upon a foreign policy agreement. We can enter Europe without a visa. So just our passport alone allows us to go into Europe, including the Schengen areas. So why do I need an authorization to enter Europe and the Schengen areas when I'm visa exempt? Because basically that's what this authorization system is. You're basically saying it's not a visa, but it's a visa. You see the confusion that's with this thing? And that's where I have the issue is. So what is it? And this is going to cause some issues with travelers, because travelers are going to be like, okay, why do I need to shell out €7 basically go pay for something that I already have authorization to be in. You know, you're wasting money. And then to top it all off, if I get denied, you know, what's the purpose of me, you know, even wanting to go into Europe at all? This is going to turn away a lot of people because it's because it's too much of a headache. You know what I mean? To go and sit here and apply, and you gotta wait for them to give you an authorization for you to come into a country that you already have authorization to come into. So this whole ETIAS system is just confusion. It's a legal confusion that needs to be aired out, because I already have authorization to come to Europe. My passport. That's it. And this is going to turn a lot of people off. Now, like I said, I totally understand what they're doing, and I totally agree with the concept of what they're doing as far as that, but I think their focus is in the wrong area, because you're focusing your area more on the legal people who are legally using legal documents to get into your country. I think what the problem is, you need to focus on the illegal methodology of people coming into your country and focus on those more than just wasting money, you know, wasting a euro on a system that's not even focusing on your problems. And, you know, that's my personal opinion about it. But again, in the sense of tourism, this is probably going to damage tourism. You know, and that's where I have an issue, and I don't want to see Europe get damaged, you know, the tourism industry getting damaged because people got to go through a hoop to go visit Europe for something that you're saying it's not a visa, but it's basically a visa. All right, in closing, I just want to say that this new system, it's going to be pushed out summer 2025. So you need to read up on it if you're planning on going to Europe in the summer. Just read up on it. I'll throw the link down so you can get some more information about it. For me, I think it's just redundancy, but basically if you want to visit Europe, you know, you have to abide by these new guidelines. You still have time to visit without it for now, but we don't know what's going to be happening, because they still got some kinks they have to work out. But with that being said, this is their new plan. If they implement it, this is the new way of life, or how we're going to have to travel through Europe. You can either go by it or not go by it. It's just, like I said, you know, there's some countries in Europe that are absolutely beautiful, and I don't want to see a system that was meant to do good end up shooting themselves in the foot. I understand what they're doing, but like I said, it's just redundancy. It's unnecessary redundancy, and you know, like I said, I want to see Europe well protected. But there's another way you can probably go around it, in my personal opinion. But anyway, if you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, comment, and I'll catch you guys later.